Hello, 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 everyone. How are y'all doing? So, we got Bootsy right here in the lap right away. Oh, nope, he's running away. No, don't run away. I flip you down. There we go. There's the baby. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the kisses. So, today on stream, I do want to kind of give you a heads up right away that there are some things different. If you're on Twitch, you don't notice anything different. However, if you're on YouTube, we are trying something vertical. I don't know if I did it right. I tried to do the YouTube Shorts method. If it's not right, we'll eventually find out. Who knows? However, we got Bootsy here in the lap for the studio audience. He curled up right away to cuddle. Additionally, I will not be streaming for the next 2 weeks, and that is because I'm going on vacation. I will be on a semi-remote island. Technically, I'll be leaving for the trip Friday. However, Thursday I have to finish packing because Thursday night I'm actually going to head from my parents. So Friday we can leave from my parents to the location that we're going to. So today on stream, I'm working on a classic for me. It's the Zanda bag. It is the bag everyone seems to ask me to make them, but I don't mind. I did some shopping over the week and picked out the yarns I needed. I know last stream we were looking for yarns for the girls bag. We had found this yarn. However, I didn't have another yarn to pair with it. So I went out shopping and I found some mainstays yarn to pair with it. So we've got these two yarns. I think, yes, it's going to be pretty heavy on the pink, but I think including the like purple striping in it will be fun. Oh, Bootsy, you leaving? I think including the purple striping is going to be fun. I think the pinks kind of match. Two ombres together. I think that'll be nice. So that's for the girls' bag. However, when I started the boys' bag already. So I actually finished the base for the boys' bag. And these are both baby bags. So these are like mom to carry bottles and stuff. And I thought this edge, it's about the size of like, you know, diapers. You can fit like some bottles in here and it's circular. So like I don't actually have to fully line up at the edge. I might have to get more of the blue yarn. For this though. So that's something I'm gonna take note of. But then this is the green yarn. So we have these two yarns going together. These weren't exactly the yarns I had initially wanted, but I did kind of like them. I was able to see them both in store, feel them. You know, it's Super Savers, I know how that feels. But I was able to like see them both together instead of like ordering them, having to wait for them to show up. Because I already have frustrations with that from this last week. But with all that said, let's get started on these bags. So, this is actually normal than technically the Zanda pattern is. The Zanda pattern calls for edges of 24, and these are edges of 30. Okay, now I gotta remember how to do my color changes. Okay, you guys start. I have my color changes happening every 10 stitches. And then the last one around will be 11 stitches. And that would give me a nice spiral pattern. Oh, that didn't work. There we go. Okay. So now, should from our starting row have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. And then I'm gonna carry and tuck in my ends. And because this is my, what I'm gonna call my right yarn, the blue is gonna be my right yarn and the green's gonna be my left yarn. I actually changed colors slightly different. I'm not technically changing how I'm changing the colors. What I'm changing is how, when I let go of the yarn. Like, so, oh. So I'm carrying the green under the blue right now. I'm going to pull the green kind of tight through, so we have less of the peeking through on the side. But, so, because this is my left yarn that I'm switching to, I'm going to keep holding, go under the green for this, drop the blue, pick up my yarn, and pull through the last stitch. And then I'm going to keep going, carry the glue through and under. Alright, now I'm on my last stitch for the blue, or the green. So make sure my blue's pulled through, and I'm actually, before I even start the stitch, I'm gonna drop the blue, because it is my right yarn, pull through my green, and now I'll drop the green and switch to the blue. So that actually has, and all this changed, like, if you're doing a tapestry and you're carrying yarn through and you don't want it to show, this is going to create a slight difference in appearance. Let me get a few blue stitches past. So I don't know if you can see this switch. So like you have like the blue tucked under on this side, and here you can see a line of blue come through because I dropped to stop holding the blue, whereas here the green looks, it's one of those things where like here it's blue, blue, green, and here you're gonna get a little bit of green, blue, and then green again on the inside. It's very slight, like you can't really see it, but it helps with like not having to switch around your yarns all the time. I will say, this last week, I'm going to take a quick pause. I've been doing a lot of project finishing, so that's like weaving in ends. So I had worked on this bucket hat previously, but now my ends are all weaving in. I don't think I showed this hat was done last time. Maybe it was, but now I have the green and gold hat done. But another fun thing that I've made a few of are these kind of little purses. And what they are is they're actually headphone holders. So they're like a case for your case. And so you just kind of pull this through. And you've actually secured your headphones in here. And then your headphones actually have like a little strap to them. Put it on your wrist. You know, just fun little case thing. There's a different design. Or different yarns. Just little granny squares. A little cute. It's kind of a good way, I feel like, to use up some of my scrap cotton yarn, making these little squares. It's not enough yarn for like clothes, but it's not like, or a bucket hat, but just a little bit more yarn to make something fun with. I don't know. I think I finished. I have two more like these in a different yarn, but I think I have it buried in my little done project basket that's off to the side here. But that means my only like finished whip that just needs to be assembled, so it's like I've finished all the crocheting, I just now have to assemble it, is my hexagon cardigan in the back. Oh. Hexagon cardigan that's on this like, on YouTube it's behind my little bootsy chair corner, but it's on the dresser, purple and pink dresser. But yeah, this is like a nice kind of like mindless project that I've got. What you doing, Bootsy? He's in the window. Oh. Hi, Bug. Oh, he's going to his window seat. Oh. Hmm. I wonder if I can switch this midstream. Ooh, nope, I can't. I don't think I'm technically doing a short right now. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm sorry, YouTube, if it feels weird or looks weird. Working around. Oh, something's off. I messed up all the way back here. Phooey. I'm gonna fix it. I'm not gonna have this mistake in the first few rows. It's this one. Alright, let's lock in. Focus. Actually, do our sections of 10 instead of a random 9 one all the way in the back. Gonna have to religiously check this for a bit to make sure. So we've gotten all the way around with our stripes. We've sectioned them out once each. And so that means we make one section that is 11. Instead of 10. Hello, Creative Knots with Kendall. How are you doing? I'm working on a Zanda bag. It's a Zanda bag. I have a completed one here. I think I was trying to do a YouTube short, by the way, so if you are actually just seeing the live stream as a whole, I'm sorry. I'm trying a YouTube short. I don't think I did it successfully. But I'm making this kind of spiral bag. And for this, it's gonna be this is the start. So I've made this is a little bit bigger than that other bag I was just showing you. But I was asked by a grandfather to make his daughters. They each just had a baby, one baby boy, one baby girl. So specifically, the one with the baby boy is getting this blue and green one. And then the one with the baby girl, where'd it go? Is getting this pink, and I have a second one here. This pink and like purple, mostly pink one. So, working on these now. It's one of those things where it's fun. It's a really nice bag. I like the bag as a whole. However, it's a bunch of single crochets, so it is tedious to make. But what I have here is we're actually just going to start the second round, which is where the spiral comes into play. Because each of these sections is 10. So like each edge here is 30. And then each section is 10, except for this section here. And this just ends up being the last section you do, but this one is 11 stitches, so it just, as you continue to work it in the round, the spiral becomes more prominent. But yeah, fun little project. I also I shared earlier a little trick in how I prevent my stitches from, or my yarns from getting twisted with my color changes. Because typically, like when you're changing colors, you know how they twist? I have what I call my right and left yarn, which is the yarn that is literally on the left side and the yarn that's on the right side. Oh, sorry. I booped the mic. But the difference I do is, so if I'm switching right to left, I keep holding my left yarn under, and I hook under, and then for that last stitch I do my color change. And this only very slightly impacts the back here. I'll kind of do my next 10 stitches to show you what I did that right. Okay, so now I'm on the stitch where I'm gonna color change, and because I'm going left to right, I'm actually going to drop my left yarn and not hold it under. Pull it up and through, and then switch to my right yarn. And so that actually not carrying the right yarn under and carrying the left yarn under for the stitch when you're changing colors will keep them staying on their left and right side. And all you really, I've only really noticed it impacting the words come to me, the backside of the project with going green blue versus green blue kind of, you get like a little extra speckle of blue earlier on. Don't lose my stitch. Poochie, where'd you go? Pink is going where the Whew. Need to move the body a bit. Let's get my elliptical going. Oh, I was gonna mention, I was talking about how I didn't want to have to deal with shipping, um, on stuff with the getting like a bunch of notifications from my mom. Hold on. What is she doing? Weird. Anyway, I had ordered a television for my apartment and through Amazon for Memorial Day sales, and I was waiting. It was supposed to be delivered last Saturday, and I was waiting all day for it to be delivered. And I got a notification. It was like they had a delivery window of like 8 to 8. And then so I'm at home all day and I get a notification at like 4:20, 4:15 that a delivery was attempted and uh failed. And I'm like, I have been at home all day. I was on the like no one rang my doorbell, nothing, and I was so upset. I had to reschedule the delivery for Tuesday. It was another 8 to 8 window. They did email me at like 8:30, I think, letting me know that, hey, your delivery window is actually like 4 to 6. So I was able to like have a better idea. But I got to work early so that I could leave early if needed. Left work at like 4, and I have like an 8-minute drive, and I got here as like they were at my apartment building door, and I was like, yep, that's me. That's for me. I'll let you in. Here you go. Thanks. Oof. Oof. stretching my back. Ugh. Let's actually switch screens. There we go.
Ain't got no people around here to trust. My heart
Ew, my fingers are so like chapped. Ooh. Oh yeah, I've got like an elliptical, and so I'm bending. It's keeping my knees moving. Hi, Vanguard. And actually, I'm working on this Zara bag. I was doing like a chapstick break. But I've been like sitting all day, and so like during streaming, I still sit. So like having the elliptical going just helps a little bit. Let's see if we can summon Bootsy. But I'm making one of my bags again. Oh, slip my yarn. Bootsy! Hello, Mike's Letters. Welcome, welcome. First time chatting. What'd you say, Vigart? Yes, yes. Bootsy does decide when we're worthy, but I can try to like sweeten the deal with his toy. Oh! He's right behind us. But hello, Mike. Yes, he is. Putty. Here, let's stop that. Putty. Putty. Come here. No. Here. Ta-da! But yes, Mike, I'm Lanella. Here, we stream typically every Thursday, crocheting. Sometimes we knit, sometimes we sew. Try to, like, mix up the crafts every so often. We have Bootsy here. He's the stream supervisor. He blesses us with his presence occasionally. Right now, I'm working on a Zanda bag, by Lions Brand. I have a done one behind me. Kind of looks like this. Here, I'll switch. Kind of looks like this. Where you got the spiraling. These stripes here are from the type of the ombre yarn I'm using, but these side by side are two different yarns when I'm switching yarns. So I'm making a slightly larger bag right now than that, and this was requested by a new grandfather that is my parents' neighbors, and one of his daughters just had a son, so this is for the mom that just had a boy. And then after this, I will be making with this yarn and this yarn another bag for the daughter that just had a little girl. I typically stream Thursdays 6 p.m. Central Time until about 9ish Central Time, so that's, I don't know what time in the UK, apologies. I unfortunately will not be streaming next week Thursday, but that is because I will be packing for the vacation I leave for Friday. But it's not just next week Thursday, it's the next 2 Thursdays I won't be streaming because, well, next week Thursday I'll be packing. The week after that, I'll actually be on the trip. So, yes, thank you for the kisses, sir. Yeah, let's take a Bootsy break. Bootsy break, yeah. But yeah, this is our cutie. Oh, big yawn. Big yawn. Last Saturday, he had a vet appointment. He got his leukemia shot, so he's all vaccinated and good for that. He's got clean bill of health on everything else. He's growing normally. He's a beautiful weight. And he's a little cutie. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. So how are y'all doing? Mike's letters, are you kind of just surfing Discord to try to see what's out there? And Vigard, I know you're a regular, so welcome back. How are you doing? Thank you. Yeah, I have it was stacked to the side here. It's this basket. Hold on, let me switch cams quick. The stack here, this is all like done products. I still have to take like product photos of. So, have that to the side. Waiting for me to have like actual free weekend to take those photos. Maybe I'll take it on my trip. Yeah, we've got on the top of this thing, we have some earbud cases holders. So like you put your earbud case in here and then you kind of loop it to give yourself a little strap on your case. Trying to pull through two. I need to pull through one at a time. There we go. But yeah, then got a little strap earbuds on the thing. We got some bucket hats. Some pants, a bunch of bucket hats, a few shirts, some sleeves, and Bootsy certification. For a different baby, I actually made this lion. And oh, Bootsy, don't leave us, no. Stay, my love. Stay. Yeah. Bribery with pets. Hee hee hee. You're getting him to stay longer. Oh, thank you for the kisses. You can lay down. But yeah, I've been in my nope, you're gonna be off. But yeah, a little lion with a baseball bat, and of course a baseball to go with the baseball bat. So this is for another little baby. Got these made up. Oh yeah, I love like kind of like a body double situation where you can like hang, quote unquote, hang virtually with someone while you're, you know, away. You know, being you know, alone in person doesn't necessarily mean you have to be alone with your thoughts. You can share your thoughts, you know, with someone else, or you know, chat with folks. I know I hop on Discord with my friends occasionally, or I like to stream to chat to people occasionally, you know. Then I feel like I'm talking with folks and have someone I'm hanging out with, kind of thing. Alright, we're back with moving my... Oop. Woo. Yeah! Oh, hold on. We've got hearts coming in on YouTube. Ooh, fun. Technically on YouTube, I think I, I'm doing shorts. And so I I'm not sure how that works, so it's exciting. I hope I did it right. I don't think I did. I think on YouTube I'm literally just vertical with 2 blacks on a regular YouTube. Oh, we had Mike's thanks for the letter, and I think we had a follower on YouTube come through. Oh, I missed the name as it popped up. Hold on. Huh. Oh no, it was you that just popped up. Interesting. Like a delay, but oh well, a little window popped up. So thanks for the follow, Mike's. Yeah, body doubling, like when I worked at an IT company, I did body doubling in a group for a while. That was fun. I do it on Discord. I do it with like my parents sometimes. Granted, when I started doing it with my dad specifically, we didn't really think of it as body doubling. We were kind of just like sitting together on the phone in silence, occasionally talking to each other. Oof. But yeah, this is, I think, gonna be a fun bag. I've made some bigger ones before. This is like an extra bigger one. I think I'm gonna do a bunch of pockets, like wide pockets, a couple wide pockets for diapers, and then a couple like tall, narrow pockets for bottles. But yeah, I like the outcome of these Zanda bags, but I always struggle actually making them just because it becomes so tedious. So I wanted to start this before my trip and then kind of like rotate it in my system so that I'm not just sitting only working on this, but doing something kind of fun, you know. But I'm getting excited for my vacation. Sunday, I believe I'll be doing majority of my packing because I have to do a bunch of overtime at like my regular day job to you know, make up the hours. I am taking like hours off, but because I have only been there for like just under a year, I won't have like 40 hours plus because I'm taking a Friday to Friday off. So I'm technically taking 48 hours off. So I'm not going to have those hours. So I'm doing a bunch of 13-hour days at work, which is why I'm not streaming next Thursday to do the get the hours, you know, going in at 6, leaving at 7 kind of thing. That's probably what I'll end up doing. I might do a 5 to 6, but I'll have like lunch and dinner prepped through my week and bring both to work kind of thing. It's gonna be a lot. I've worked with my manager on it. I know she's aware, she's okay with me doing it. You know. But Sunday, my cat sitter is going to be coming over. Bootsy, that's pretty rude. He's scratching my chair, so rude. But she's gonna come over to my place. She already has like my spare key. She's a coworker, so that'll be nice. She's gonna come over, talk to, hopefully meet Bootsy. So hopefully, we'll see. How much he hides. I'll probably like force him to be out a little bit around her because he is going to be with just her for like a full week plus. But it's more affordable than boarding him. You know, it's because it's like $400+ to board him for the whole days, and then, you know, I have to come back either we have to either rush back on Friday, or on I pay for an extra day for him to be there through Saturday, and it's just because the place closes. It's like a lot and kind of unnecessary in my opinion. Like I actually, it's his vet. I board him at his vet, and so his great people, you know, but I think what it was kind of setting up was, I think he like going to the vet, he's afraid I'm gonna leave him there every time, and so I don't necessarily want him to have that kind of association. So I'll just leave him at home. He's gonna be a bit more comfortable. He's got like his auto feeder set up. I've made sure it's filled. He has like fresh litter. You know, we're gonna rotate. I'll rotate his litter, make sure it's still good before I leave. You know, but she's gonna kind of meet him, socialize him for that week so he's not fully alone. You know, make sure he's eating his food, you know, that he has, you know, his water, he hasn't like tipped it over, because he has like one of those like bubble bowls kind of thing. So make sure that hasn't made a mess or anything. You know, it's safe for him to be here. And so it's one of those things where that's what we're planning. So she's coming Saturday, or not Saturday, Sunday. So after like church and stuff, I'm staying at my parents and hanging. We're going to take Bootsy. We're going straight back home, because bring him to my parents, because my father likes to see his fur grandson. How dare I leave him? And because we had talked about bringing him to the island with us, or like up on our vacation, but my brother's bringing his dog. It's in like a very woodsy area, and Bootsy's a very indoor cat, and we'd have only one of the two cabins we're in is pet friendly. The other one's a pet free cabin, because the owner of the cabins, they're actually my cousin, or my mom's cousin, second cousin. My cousin, he's extremely allergic to animals, so they needed one of the cabins to be pet free so that he was fine. What else? I'm trying to think of what else. You know, I completely lost my train of thought, I'm gonna be honest. Oh yeah, you know, it's in the woods. You know, there's gonna be this dog that he's fine with my brother's dog. Like, they actually get along. Cheers 10. Cheer 10. Yeah, distractions. I distracted myself. But you know, they'll be confined in this cabin. Bootsy can't leave the cabin, and it would be, I think, really tough on me if he escaped and like got fully lost. Cause like nothing's actually gonna really truly smell like us, because you know we don't live on the cabin, so it's not gonna regularly smell like us. And so I think it's just gonna be too much for what I feel comfortable doing with Bootsy. So I think just leaving him home is our best option. Yeah, I'll probably have like the AC slightly running here the whole time. Cameras are gonna be on. Because I can't like watch him regularly because like no internet there, but also what this stream was almost gonna be was actually going to be some working on my bike, because I got a battery pack for my bike and it was supposed to be here today, but it just made it to the UPS carrier today. So yeah, it's in England. It's not gonna be here for like another week or so. So we were not gonna put my powered wheel and battery pack on. Well, maybe do it my stream back, but I kind of want to start biking to work, so I might just do it at the earliest opportunity that I can. Yeah, I can't leave windows open here for Bootsy. Are you good? I don't know what is cheer 10 like a emote. I don't know. Weird. Oh well. Oof. Or is that like is cheer 10 like England colloquialism? Is cheer 10 like a colloquialism that I'm just not familiar with? Alright, we're starting to get the bowl forming. Have yet to like weave in the sun, but just a little bit. Ah. No, you're absolutely fine. I don't think I'm like I don't have affiliate yet, so I don't think you can like do that on my stream yet, but I'm not sure. I am super like I enjoy streaming, but I am not like super familiar No, you're absolutely fine. You are absolutely fine. Worry not. I'm just not familiar with, like, I I very casually stream. I stream to like advertise my crocheting. I am not good enough at all to like actually know if I've set up my Twitch properly at all. I have an account that I go on and I click go live. That's I can do like the little design around and all that, but oops. I just I don't, it's one of those things where it just doesn't work. Sometimes some things just like don't connect or click in my brain of like what I need to actually do to make a official Twitch account or a YouTube account. Like I have accounts for both. Like they're both branded for my, you know, the Lynella Crochets brand. But I'm also just not the best at advertising myself, if that makes sense. Bootsy, that's very rude. Don't scratch on my chair. Ah! Come up here. Paper bug. Do you want me to turn this off? There you go. I currently just have like lo-fi playing because it's like easy for the stream. So it kind of like very skews my Spotify rap at the end of the year. Because this is still my account that I have playing. But I listen to like a lot of like the occasional pop, indie music, classic rock. You know, a lot. I guess Bootsy's decided we need to take a break. Right. We have to take a break so that but yeah, I just like choose lo-fi because like it's a easy background. Honestly, the only music that is not my not my favorite to listen to at all is country music. And it's nothing against like country artists. It's more so just like the like twangy kind of sound. It doesn't resonate with me. Like I can recognize a voice, you know, being really beautiful. I can enjoy the occasional lyrics, you know. Like I know a lot of country songs just through kind of like music style osmosis, but I don't like actively go out and listen to it. I grew up listening to folk music, which weirdly enough, like I know folk music is like part of the origins of country. Folk music doesn't like bother me the same way as country does. Sir, that was very aggressive and rude. I think this is why my fingers are dry. You're the reason. I thank you. For a while, the lo-fi we listened to was music or game theory lore-fi. But now I just do like chill stream friendly lo-fi. just to like prevent like copyright strikes and stuff on the YouTube side of the stream. Hey Bootsy, can I crochet while you're in my lap right now? I'm gonna have to clip his nails before I leave too, so that they're gonna do the least amount of potential damage. Just the question is, do I clip them tonight? And then kind of clip them again next week. But I kind of clipped them like every 3 weeks, sometimes 2, like an individual nail every 2 weeks, but hey. He's just a cuddle bug. Oh, someone's revving their motorcycle. And Bootsy needs to inspect it. Oh, he's going to the cat bed. Ugh. Ugh. Let's rotate the back a bit. Paulo Noti and Pink Floyd. I don't know if I'm familiar. Ooh, a Scottish singer. I pull up their YouTube. Looks like Iron Sky is their most popular song. Alright, I have that playing on YouTube so that I can get back to you about how I feel about this song. And then we'll get back to crocheting while I play that. It's got like this nice like jazz synth opening to it. It's echoey music. Very like chill and relaxing. It's very soulful. Lots of emotion to it. You can definitely feel it. What you doing, Bootsy? Oh, you're coming back. Yeah, last soul to it. I like it. It's a good song. Oh, change your mind. Head out. Bye, Bootsy. He's off somewhere. He has left the room. I think there's a good artist. I grew up listening to a lot of Led Zeppelin. Stairway to Heaven is one of my favorite songs by them. I love a good Cashmere. Led Zeppelin's my dad's favorite song, so like whenever my dad was driving, that's what we listened to. Jethro Tull. My favorite two songs by Jethro Tull is Aqualung and Too Old to Rock and Roll. Too Young to Die. Chris Smithers, good artist. Folk music wise, Pete Seeger, and Cat Stevens. Oh yeah. Like for more modern singers, I like a Tate McRae, Chaperone. Taylor Swift is fine. I know, controversial take. It's one of those things where I don't love every song, but like I don't hate songs that like occasionally showed up. There's a band called Rex Orange County. I started listening to them through like some of their like TikTok famous songs. However, I do believe there's something problematic with one of the members, but I personally don't remember enough, nor can like I am I like aware enough to know what it was. It's one of those things where like I found the music, I liked it. Uh it's one of those things where it's like it's just painful to find out when an artist does something wrong. Similarly with Melanie Martinez, love her music. I think like most of her albums are bop, but I believe she also has some accusations against her. Ash Nico, she's a fun artist. Again, a lot of my artists, I don't like every song by them, but you know, there's enough songs by them that I like that I'll just keep listening to them. But okay, what was the other song you just listed? Acid Eyes. Is that also by Paulo Nudi? Yes, I found the song. Alright, I've got that playing next. Oh, I'm changing colors. I can't put it on Spotify because if I play on Spotify, it stops the actual music and then I risk copyright, so. Ooh. This makes me think of Arctic Monkeys. I like a lot of like Arctic Monkeys, but like the vibes of the song kind of like give me Arctic Monkeys. They're another good band I like. But no, this is fun. A fun song. Kind of like chill. Yeah, I think I could add this artist into my list of things I'm listening to. I'm one of those like kind of crazy people that like I don't have a playlist for everything. I have two playlists that I occasionally cycle through. And I don't even use the second one as much now that I have uh that I pay for Spotify. Um one and it's my liked playlist and my liked playlist without musicals because I also listen to a lot of musicals, but I feel like musicals are like a certain vibe. And so when I didn't have Spotify Premium, I specifically made a non musical liked song playlist so that the musicals weren't in the circulation. Because I feel like musicals, I want to listen to a musical. Like, there's the occasional song that you can like listen to stand alone, but I really enjoy listening to a musical album start to finish kind of thing. I think that's a fun way to like absorb the music from a musical. That's my opinion. Um but it's also like I can get tired of a musical too. So like I really liked Hamilton when it came out. I think I skip every single Hamilton song anytime it comes on. I do not listen to um Hamilton at all anymore. I'm just kind of over it. But that's what I do with like a lot of music is like I'll enjoy it and then eventually like out listen to it and like I don't just like out listen to it kind of. I like fully out listen to songs. Like it's like okay, I almost never want to hear the song again, you know. But I think for me it was with oh nope, go for that. I think for me with oh I twisted my yarn. I think for me with Hamilton, it was more so not just like the idea of Hamilton, but you had at the same time Lin-Manuel Miranda like kind of just like appearing everywhere at the same time. And that like he's a fine singer. He's a fine artist. But I don't want every single one of the songs I listen to sound like him. And I think that's what kind of what happened. And so like anytime I hear his voice or I hear his musical sound, it kind of puts me in like because I liked Encanto too. Like I like the Encanto stuff. And then like the moment I heard the Lin-Manuel Miranda version of all the Encanto songs, it was just like, oh, I don't really like this as much anymore. Um I recently put on the Magic School Bus because that's mindless TV while I was doing like a kind of like a I needed to focus crochet project on my couch. I just put on Magic School Bus and I'm gonna be honest, I then proceeded to watch the new Magic School Bus because I finished all of the original Magic School Bus, and so I went on to watch the new one, and the new one has like all the same words from the original theme song, but it was resung by Lin-Manuel Miranda, and I was like, oh, I love this song. This is worse. Like I don't like it's nothing actually against him as an artist. It's nothing against like the music he produces. It's just I think he has a very specific sound, and I think his sound got very very popular and it kind of like flooded the market, and I got over it quickly. And so when I hear his like a lot of his quintessential like kind of like it's not fully vocal stim, but it's kind of like vocal stims he does in his music, it's just like kind of off-putting for me. um but like not all of his music's like that, so like I feel like we don't talk about like or the Encanto soundtrack kind of like doesn't fully sound like a Lin-Manuel Miranda soundtrack. It's oh, we got another hey Tenzi no ten teas. How are you doing? We're talking about music right now while I'm crocheting this Zanda bag by Lion Brand. This bag I'm using some Red Heart Super Saver Ombre. 10 days. I feel like that's, you've told me this. Apologies. But we're working on some Lion Brand Ombre to make this bag. This is going to end up being kind of like a baby bag for a grandfather who has a new grandson on the way, and I'm making a second one for the granddaughter that's on the way. He has specifically asked that I do like the quintessential girl boy colors, so this is the boy colors. And here, let me pull them out from below because I have them in the bag at my feet. Here are the girls' colors. So, I didn't really like the ombre. Like, I didn't fully have it available, but like the purple ombre, I didn't really like the pairing with the pink. But I found this like mainstay, and I like these two together. I feel like these go well tonight. So like my base is going to be in the pink, kind of like I have here with the blue, and then I'm going to eventually stripe in this purple pink spiral. And then this is what like a done bag looks like. So like it kind of has like the stripe pattern to it, spirals up. I think I might try something different with the straps when I do the straps on these bags, because they are going to be for like baby stuff, so I'm guessing like nappies, spare clothes. So like these are definitely gonna have like extra pockets in it, but like baby bottles, so I feel like it's gonna be a bit heavier than like how I use these bags. So I'm gonna have to make sure like my secure point is going to be really tight to reduce failure points. But like I feel like these thin straps are just going to be, they're gonna be like tougher on the shoulder. So what I think I'm gonna try to do is I don't know yet, I haven't gotten that far, but I think I want to do something different than like either a chain or like double stranded. A double stranded chain. Because like you're carrying that bag if she uses it, if they use them as actual baby bags, they're carrying them everywhere with them. So something that is a bit more adjustable probably. And like a bit thicker, I feel like is a good way to have it. Like you want thicker straps kind of to disperse any carrying weight over the shoulder. But yeah, Tentes, do you have a genre of music that you like? That's what we were talking about before. Mike's letter has given us a new artist to listen to. They also listed Pink Floyd, but Paula Nudie, the two songs I listened to are very different vibes, which is interesting. You know, that's fair. I do a lot of like audiobooks or like YouTube videos in my free time, so I too like don't go out to listen to music, but like when I'm with people, I'll listen to like my mom's parents' genre of music because they're usually the people I'm listening music with. But if I'm like in between audiobooks or not vibing with listening to an audiobook, I'll throw on like my shuffled playlists on Spotify. Tend to listen to podcasts for long form videos. Yeah. Yeah. I get that. Like I fall asleep to true crime podcasts a lot of time. Sometimes Reddit stories, depending on which your episode I'm on in Spotify. What type of podcast do you listen to? I mentioned true crime and Reddit stories. Oh, prawn crackers! Oh my goodness! My goodness! You need sleeps. You need sleep. Why wouldn't you get sleep? Ah, I got bug bites the other night on my foot. The itch. Ologies. Oh, interesting. Ooh, that is interesting. I will say I personally listen to a lot of podcasts to not think. So I like my genre of book and my book genre and media is like a no thinking. But no, that actually does sound the allergies. How many allergies have they gotten through? Have they repeated any, or is it always a new one? Oh, interesting. Yeah, I can see it. That's fun because you have so many like specialized in everything. Ooh, horror movie podcast. I struggle watching horror movies, but I love like horror movie descriptions or like disaster myth. Ooh, unsolved podcasts. I personally like a solved true crime. Like I get the point of unsolved, like they're interesting, but like for me, like true crime when I think of unsolved is just like, oh, that's still likely out there. I don't like that. Hello, Sydney. Interesting. I might check that one out. What are your favorite movies that you've listened through? Ooh, yeah, because I feel like bad horror movies, you can put like a interesting spin on them. I know like Cabin Fever, like that's a rough movie. I watched the Cabin Fever remake. That movie was rough. It was kind of like fine, but like very cringy and weird, and I like some of the effects they had in Cabin Fever. Ooh, 4 in here. I know, it might have been you, but one of my followers has, from France, they recommended me a French novel audiobook, and I couldn't find it in English at all, so I couldn't read it, unfortunately. Ooh. Ooh. That's interesting. Yeah, I know like there's a lot of like American remakes of like traditional Japanese horror movies. I know, like, I do YouTube videos like that, so I do, like, Found Flicks, or Rockland Graves. They have, like, video segments, and it's more of, like, a review or, like, a synopsis instead of, like, a beat-by-beat description. But I also, like, weirdly don't have a good radar for what makes good film. Like, I know a lot of people have, like, a lot of movies I thought were fine, people, like, criticize and say were really bad movies, and I'm like, it was fine for me. But, like, for me, I jump so easily, and I, like, have continued, like, active imaginations in my sleep, so I struggle with, oh, what is it? Yeah, I think there's that. Um, I don't care enough to, like, describe a movie good or bad. Like, I feel like I can internally tell a movie was good. There you go. Ooh. Ah. Yeah, I guess that's fair. You know. Ah! I don't know if I've ever actually seen Love Actually. What's a good, like, before bed snack? I have a feeling that song's gonna swear. I don't know why, but oh yeah. Um, Toast. I feel like toast is a good option that you might have all the supplies for. I like a good bagel when possible. I need to. Hold on, let me switch cams. I gotta set this to the side and do a little bit of stretching. We've been sitting for 2.5 hours. Let's make sure there's no cat directly behind me. Oh. Oh. Ah. Oh. No, rolling over the bag. Oh, hello, sir. That's rude. Hey. Hey. Sir. You took my spot. Yes, but if the cat didn't scratch at it, it'd be more okay. Let's do like some back stretching on the ground. Hey. Hey. That's rude. Yeah, we got the cat chair now. I'm stretching my back. I've been having pretty rough like shoulder shoulder blade pains recently. So needing to stretch my back. Hi. What is it? You want the scratches? You want the licks?
I've lived in this city all my life.
Hey.
Somehow today I felt everything had changed. People.
Ah! He attacking Hold on, I gotta put like my feet up. Something other like the small of my back. And stretch. We're here, we're stretching. I got the cat. Can I help you, sir? Ugh. The pain has been real. It's just like, it's just my right shoulder too. That's the crazy thing. Like, that's been like really rough. Like, it's like my right shoulder and like up the right side of my neck, like that entire section of muscles has been like extremely tight. I thank you. Thank you. Hey, that's rude. That's rude. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why you bite? Why you attack? Why you nom? What did I do to you? Hey! That's rude. That's not what you do to my chair, sir. He just attacked my chair, and he attacks me. He's like, but like, I think my struggle is like, he's like scratching the vinyl when he's doing this. You can see all the like the white specks. But this chair is like nice. It's got like a kick-out leg rest. You goof. You goof. Oh no. broom yourself. You take my spot. Pull myself back up. Let's push the chair back in. What are you doing, Betsy? He is owning the chair now. I can't sit down at all. Ah! That's rude. That's my leg. Sir, that's my leg. Can we share? Bootsy? Can we share? No. No, he's like, you are violating my space. Bootsy. Hold on. Do you know what? That's what you get. That's how I feel about that. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? Ha, 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 ha. He stretch. There you go. Cat shenanigans. That's what that was. It was a moment of cat shenanigans. Oh, I rolled over my. I rolled over the pillow I use. Do I like Pokemon? I'm going to be honest, I'm fine with Pokemon. I never watched it growing up. So I am like a lot of like stuff like that. If I didn't get to as a kid, I like. That was rude, sir. Ooh, scrapbook cards? Fun. That does sound interesting. Sure. Your menacing is showing. Do you know what I like to do? I like to take snack breaks. My favorite snacks. Oh yeah, I'd imagine like I know some like people collect all of exactly one card. Yeah. Well, and like you have to like, I guess like in China it's gotten really bad because what they're doing is they're opening the package, taking like confirming if they have like legendaries or not, and then fully resealing the package so it looks new. But that's how they're guaranteeing if it has like legendaries or stuff. So you can't even trust sealed packages anymore. Yeah. I think there's something to be said about like collecting. It's just one of those things where like capitalism and such, they're gonna do what they're gonna do, and they're going to do what they can to make money. I mean, like card collecting is like one of the earliest forms of blind boxes. You know, if you like You know, the like Labubu craze and the dumpling craze, like all those blind boxes kind of stuff. Like, that's not necessarily a new concept. I mean, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering, all those kind of trading card systems. The sheep Pokemon card. I don't remember what its name is. I might not have ever known what its name is, so remembering is a generous way of putting that. Yeah, it's one of those things that like sucks. I guess curious. Do you care about having like original, like legitimate products, or like do you just want the like pretty designs and you don't care if it's like a knockoff or anything? If it's a knockoff, it's still pretty kind of thing? Or do you take pride in having the real thing? What? What are you howling out? Can I help you, sir? Oh, interesting. It's one of those things where it's like, I get the enjoyment that people find in Pokemon. You know, and collecting the cards and like building the characters. But I also recognize that like part of my interest is just not there. I enjoy like brands and stuff. Like, that's not terrible. you want a collection of only the sheep cards, right? Sounds like. But like for me, when I think about like buying things from merchandise, I think the only thing there are only a few. Bootsy, leave the walls alone. No. 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 Bootsy, look at me in the eyes. I said no. No. Look at me. Bootsy. Bootsy, look at me. You are looking everywhere but me, sir. Sir, look at me. Bootsy. No. I said no. Because you're scratching my walls. That's not okay. It doesn't sound nice. I don't like it. So will you stop? You can live there. You're fine there. Just leave the walls alone. You good? Okay, thank you. You know, that's fair. Like, I like my cat because he's fluffy and not kind of rotund, but like, he loafs. I will say, it's warm enough, I might actually have to run the AC again tonight. It's just hitting that warmth level where it's like, ooh. It's not just hot, it's kind of getting humid. And like, humidity is when I need air conditioning, because I'm fine. I'm fine with like warmth, because I run cold all the time. But I can't do humid. Let's pull up that fluffy are you just like all sheep Pokemon in general? Or like specifically like Mareep? Those are two very cute. What about, I feel like Dubwool is like getting ram territory and like kind of aggressive. Like he beefy. Dubwool, Dubwool looks like it would fight you. You know, yeah. He looks like he's ready for a fight. But Wooloo, he's just a fluffy guy. Are you heading out? Are you finally feeling the sleeps? Oh, probably just a mistype. Never mind. He's just a little guy. He's just like a little guy, you know? And he's a little cutie, and we must protect the Wooloo. Because he's a little guy. Oh, you have a cat keyboard? Bootsy wants all the attention this stream. Ah. Can I help you, sir? Okay, I'm gonna pull my... Oh. You can... No. He just took a screenshot. Good thing he didn't end the stream or anything. I think he definitely moved the camera. That's fine. My hands are comfortable in this position, so it works. That's kind of funny though. But kitty cap keyboard, that's very cute. Is it like some paws, or like are the keycaps like cat shaped, or like they have like cat heads, or what? What you got? Ugh. That is a very cute keyboard. That is so cute. Very doki doki. See, I wouldn't think it's dorky, but like doki. Oh, you've got like some options. Hold on. Like you got some 2 spacebar options. Your number pad, the number pad is kind of like lacking, I will say. Like, what do you mean? It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, there's barely any cat 5 to those. Like, even at the top, all the numbers are just so basic. Like at least the letters are getting held by cats. Why couldn't the numbers be held by cats? Ah. Oh, we got headbutts. I will say Bootsy does know what time it is. He does know that it's like almost 9 o'clock, so. But those are very cute keycaps. I will say. My keyboard setup, here, I gotta switch cams to the other cam. And then I'm gonna pull my keyboard here. So this is my keyboard. It's fine, I like it. But the keycaps, the reason I have the keyboard set up like this is because I play Genshin Impact, and if you don't know anything about Genshin Impact, these and these are your Genshin Impact keys. So I have my keyboard set up for Genshin Impact. Just so like rubber keys on my but they're just like blue keys. But they're very, here, let me open something that isn't going to break things if I type into it. Like this keyboard, I will say, is very you can always hear when I'm typing. So like if I'm in a meeting, because I have committee meetings for my church, and oftentimes I'm taking notes, so they can hear this while I'm taking notes, which obviously is kind of distracting, especially because of how our church meeting Zooms are set up. Is the audio comes through this TV that's in the like conference room. However, hold on, let me fix this. However, because it's in the coming through the TV, it actually reduces the audio coming through from the room. So if I'm typing while people in the room are talking, they can only hear the clacking, everyone else can only hear the clacking, and no one can hear the people actually talking because I'm clacking. So I have to mute myself in meetings. So it's not just loud. But yeah, I'll on and off probably keep working on this project. I might I needed a break from I'm fine with the Avatar Blue People plush that I'm working on. It's just I'm not loving the pattern, and it's one of those things where I don't have the motivation to work on it, so like I'm trying to mix up my motivation. So now I have 2 projects I'm not fully motivated to work on. Yeah, I should have probably gotten quiet switches, but I really like the clickety clackety, and then I found out it was a problem, and I was like, well, I guess I'm not gonna spend more money on a keyboard that's quieter. Actually, what I want to save up for is the Elgato Conair Stream Deck keyboard. It's like $350, something like that. Like, it is ridiculously expensive, but the keyboard doubles as like a Stream Deck Plus. It doesn't have a number pad, but I can like set the Stream Deck portion to be a number pad. So the next keyboard I get, I hope and pray, is that one, or like a version of it, like a upgraded model of it. That would be very exciting for me. That's currently my wish list item for tech. I did just spend the same amount of money on a TV, but I feel like, like, my TV was doing, like, a high-pitched scream at me, like, when watching some stuff on it, and I could not stand that degrading sound, like, just that grating, ear-piercing sound. So, I got a new one for Memorial Day. Because there are sales, and I was like, well, I'm going to take advantage of these sales. And I got the same TV as my parents. It's just, like, slightly newer model. It's, like, the 2026 version. They have, like, the 2024 version. But I went from, like, a 42-inch to, like, a 65-inch, which is quite a big difference. But I got it set up on Tuesday. Made it just in time for the Amazon delivery guys from work. Got my speakers connected. I can play Just Dance on my TV, which is very exciting, and my phone acts as like the Just Dance remote. So I didn't play today, but I might after stream. Who knows? I'm spontaneous. What do you want, Bootsy? You know it's 9 o'clock almost, don't you? He's like, you're supposed to be done at 9. I need sleep, so we need to go to bed. Bedtime starts at 9. Isn't that right? He's just like looking at me. Welcome. That's not for you, sir. We got Bootsy back. He just wants attention today. He wants cuddles. I think he is also warm though. I'm guessing that's why he keeps getting up, is like it's too warm.
Get out of here, get some fresh air.
What are you doing? What are you doing, sir? Hey. Leave the yarn alone. He's moved the camera. Do you want me to turn this way? Is that gonna help you?
Everything that you thought had meaning, every hope, dream, or moment of happiness, none of it matters as you lie bleeding out on the battlefield. None of it changes what a speeding rock does to a body. We all die. But does that mean our lives are meaningless? Does that mean that there was no point in our being born? Would you say that of our slain comrades? What about their lives? Were they meaningless? They were not! Their memory serves as an
I don't get
example
the
to us
song.
all.
I will say we have officially hit. We've officially hit 9 o'clock, so that means we're gonna start looking for channels to raid. Ooh, it looks like there's a streamer who's doing some diamond art. They got a charity stream. Ooh. Fun. This is 18 plus stream. I try to avoid those. Try to figure out what they're working on. They're sewing something together, so I think it's crochet. But let's write up our chat. All right. You can hear my clickety. All right, let's save that message and let's do a raid. I do want to say thank you everyone so much for watching. It was great to have you all. We got pretty far through this project. You know, it's all this upside was done. And what is my rounds? I've got 6 sides of 30, so 30 times 6. Yeah, there's 180 stitches in each round. So how many rounds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, that's 1,444 stitches plus some, because we had to frog some at the beginning, so we did at least a bit more than that. But yeah, thank you again so much for watching. I will not see you next week because next week I will be gathering myself for my vacation and trip. And I won't see you the week after that because I will actually be on that vacation and trip. Maybe on Instagram, we'll see if I can get a chance to post some photos or like projects that I'm working on this vacation. But there's like no self-service where I'm going, so we'll see. We'll see what I can do. I'll at least take photos and try to have something up after the fact. So thank you all for joining me. I will see you in 3 weeks. Thursday, 6 Central Time. We'll be streaming till about 9ish as always. Thank you again. Bye!